Hey, it's Jonathan Potoshnik. So the question is, how can I get clients to sign contracts, and how can I go about making one for my business? So, a couple thoughts on this. When it comes to signing a contract, I'm going to tell you what we do. So, take this for what it's worth. We have all of our commercial clients, 100%, they sign a contract for 1 year. We only do 1 year agreements. Most of the time when a company comes to me and says, hey, I'd like to, we give them a quote and they say, hey, we'd like to sign a 2 or 3 year contract with you. That scares me to death. That tells me that, oh my gosh, we just underbid this project. So we just do 1 year contracts. Residential, a lot of guys do contracts. We don't do contracts. So I'll tell you this, if you want to sell your company and you're talking about getting a maximum valuation for it, you need contracts on the residential side as well. A lot of people will probably tell me, and a lot of industry veterans that have built big businesses that I respect, that I would respect and really value their advice and I would really listen to them, would probably say, hey, I really recommend on that residential side of the business that you start getting contracts with all your clients. And I would not discredit what they have to say. I have no contracts on the residential side of we have a few, but for the most part, we have virtually no contracts on the residential side of the business. We have 100% contracts, again, as I just said, on the commercial side. Here's the logic. So I just want to lay it out for you and you make your own decision. Let me step back real quick and reiterate. If you have contracts on all your clients, residential and commercial, your company is worth more money. Period. My company is worth less money because I do not have contracts on the residential side of the business. I don't care. I'm not selling my company. Don't want to sell it. I'm pretty positive I'm going to own it in the next 10 years. I like my revenue streams. They're only going to get bigger. I don't give a flip about selling the company. I believe in building a company that you can sell, but I don't care about selling it. So, personal preference, I don't care about contracts on the residential side. But if I was going to sell it, I may start to rethink that. The reason I don't care about contracts on the residential side is that it's a little more challenging. On the commercial side, my finding is that everybody expects to sign a contract. It's a non-issue. On the residential side, it's not so much the case. People don't always expect to sign a contract. So for us to convince the residential buyer that they need to sign a contract takes more work. Something else that we're probably violating that industry veterans would advise against is we don't go see half our clients. So let me give you an example. We have way over 1,000 residential clients, or we have over 1,000 residential clients. We did not go see all of those clients to sell that business. We saw very few of those clients. We sold almost all of them over the phone. And so if I had to get and we sell them in right now. So they call, we sell them. They call, we send them a proposal, we call them back, we sell them. Because what's going to happen, and I've said it before, is on the residential side of the business, you've got a residential homeowner bot calling this company and that company and that company, and whoever answers their question first, whoever gives them a reasonable estimate has the best chance to win that business. Got to sell them fast. So we sell them right then. If I were to say, Mr. Homeowner, let me have a couple days to come out and look at your property and give you an estimate, and then let's talk about signing a contract. I just slowed down the entire sales cycle. So this is personal preference. I feel let's just sell them in the moment. Let's get it done. So we have figured out a system to sell fertilization, weed control, and lawn mowing without ever going out to see the property. And it's accurate 98% of the time in terms of price. Now, we can't quote bush trimming over the phone, but we can give an estimate in terms of a guidance on what the rate's going to be and such. And then, amazingly enough, and didn't think it was possible, but we've pulled it off. Most of the time, we can sell bush trimming without ever estimating the job. We just tell them our billing rate, give them some ideas, tell them why we're different than everybody else, and magically, somehow, everybody seems comfortable to hire us. And I know that's not reassuring to you, and it doesn't answer anything in regards to, how are you going to sell bush trimming over the phone? But it's not a big issue. So now, let me step back there and tell you that there are a large number of clients that want an estimate for bush trimming. They don't want to get a $400 bill and not have expected it. So how do we handle it? We sell them into mowing and we sell them into fertilization and weed control, and we give them some guidance on what it's going to cost for the bush trimming. And by the way, I can sell them aeration and grub treatments and a whole bunch of other stuff based simply on the size of their property, but I can't sell them bush trimming over the phone. I can't sell them obviously landscaping. We would have to go sell that in person. Okay, so definitely an irrigation has to be sold in person at some level. I mean, you don't know what the problem is, you got to go look at it. So, but there's certain things you can sell over the phone. Bush trimming, you can't give them a firm price over the phone. Google Streets is pretty cool because you can look at kind of the front view of their home, and you can give them a little bit of an estimate, but even then we don't go there. So what we do is we sell them, we get them as a client. We sell them into mowing and fertilization, weed control. We give them guidance on bush trimming, and then we go out and service the property, or then later when we've got an estimator in the area, we estimate the bush job. We don't say, well, hold on, we'll be in the area in 1 or 2 days and then we'll call you back with an estimate, because by that time we would have lost the business. So the reason I say all this is I think strategy number 1 needs to be get the business closed on the residential side. And so I would ask you, why do you think you need contracts? Why do you think you need a contract on the residential side? Are you going to sell your business? So again, understand my advice here may be controversial, but why do you want a contract on the residential side? What's it going to do? So I was part of a company that did way over $10 million a year in annual revenue. We had contracts with every one of our clients, and some of our contracts were pretty big. And if a client came to us and said, we cannot stand you, we have had enough of you, we're leaving. Do you really think we sued them? Did we really say, no, you're not leaving us, we've got a contract with you, we're suing you? No, of course we didn't do that. What did we do? We're like, can we fix it? We did everything we could to fix it, and we still couldn't fix it. We let them out of the agreement. So think about it. Think about that. What are you going to do? So first, why do you want a contract? Second, what are you going to do if they break the contract? So let's say you have a contract with somebody that doesn't pay you. What are you going to do? You can take them small claims court. You can get a collections agency. Sure, and I would do all that. Then let's say you have a client that says, we don't want to work with you anymore. We're not going to honor our contract. What are you going to do? You're going to sue them? You're going to go to that expense and that pain and that distraction? So then the next scenario is we got a client that lost their job. They can't honor their contract. What are you going to do? Sue them? I mean, I keep coming back to, what are you going to do if they break the contract? I can tell you what I'm going to do if they break the contract. I'm going to let them break the contract. I'm not suing them. I've been involved in lawsuits. It's not worth it. Only people who get rich are lawyers. So, I mean, I'll sue somebody if I have to, and I'll fight a lawsuit if somebody sues me, but really, I mean, a contract is, as far as I'm concerned, somebody gives me their word, that's the contract. The contract itself is just there to make everybody feel like, feel comfortable. But really, what are you going to do? I mean, that's my biggest question. I've probably said it 5 times. If you're not going to sue them, then what does the contract do? All it does is it restates what you guys have already agreed to verbally. And if there's somebody that doesn't keep their word, they're worthless to you. Don't keep them. You don't want them. They're not a good client. So the contract's null and void anyhow. That's the way I look at it. So that's why I don't care about contracts.